Yeah, if you think that, I really hope that you, if you thought the Neo Geo CD was a weird system to include, well, do I have news for you? And I'm gonna need to turn the audio down for this because there's gonna be a very fun part at the start. May I introduce to you the Micronic Hector? This is an old French PC that was based off an American PC called the Interact Family Computer. The Interact came out in 1979, I want to say, and the Hector released the original Hector, the Hector One, released in France, I believe, in '81. And yeah, it's a weird French PC. You can see the aspect ratio. Well, you will see the aspect ratio. And by the way, if you're wondering why I turned the volume down for this, it's because we're loading from cassette. So um, I'll treat you to some wonderful cassette loading sounds. But this is Goofy Golf. This is, as you can see, released by Long Playing Software in 1981. And it's a much better game than it has any right to be. I'll give it that. This is going to be a French mini golfing game, and we are playing one players. And I guess we'll start. We have nothing else impeding our way through the adventures in golf land on the Micronic Hector. And three, two, one, go. Yes, this is Goofy Golf. It's mini golf. This is exactly what mini golf looks like in real life if you've never played it. Okay, that was unfortunate. Uh, this is a surprisingly technical game. Even though it's this. This is the whole game. There's no music. This is before music was in games. I mean, this is 1981. This is like the same year that Oh, oops. Okay. Yeah, trying to make that shot around the water is really hard. This is the same year that like Ultima 1 came out. These were primitive times. But I mean, it's still a surprisingly fun game. Oh, okay, that's bad. Some of these shots are so hard to make because there's a very discrete set of movements that you can actually make in this game. You try and abuse the discreteness of the movements to like, okay, I need to hit it exactly left right here so I can do that. But there's just certain combinations of angles that you just can't do. It makes it a very interesting challenge. That was a beautiful shot, by the way. Oh, okay. Funded it a little too far right there. That's also way too far. I don't know what I was thinking with that. This is actually like a really technical golf game, surprisingly. So I should tell a little story of how I found this game. Because it's actually the story of how I found all three games I'm running in this marathon. By the way, abusing the discreteness of the movements, go all the way down and blow the ball right there, and then left, and sets it perfectly into the hole. Also, do this, go all the way to the bottom right, and it's a pretty consistent setup for this. This hole is very difficult otherwise. So, a story about how I actually found all three games that I'm running in this marathon. I believe this is the first hat trick I've ever had with this. In that I run a project on my own channel called the Speedrun Every System Project, where I roll a completely random console out of a list of like 150, I think. Pick a game on it and speedrun it. And as you could probably tell from the systems that I have in this marathon, they're not usually good ideas. There's some real trash out there, but then occasionally you get some hidden gems like Crossword, which is probably the big winner so far. Okay, we barely missed that. These red squares will send your ball to a completely random place on the board, which is a great thing in a golf game. Trying to make it through this gap is so tight for whatever reason. Oh, okay, I missed. I took a big chance on that one. This is like definitely one of the most difficult holes. Okay, I'm just not good right now. Finally, This game can just spiral out of control like that. But yeah, this was one of the. I believe this was the 5th console that I rolled. Was Chronic Hector, and this was the game that I picked solely based on the name, and I don't regret it. Oh, okay, those shots like that where you're diagonal and you can't really tell what angle you're looking at are the worst. So before I did Crosswords 2 on the Neo Geo CD, that was like the 4th game, and then my next run, which is going to be Dr. Hauser, was the 3rd, I want to say. Basically, there's only been like one actually really bad game so far, which is a little surprising. But amazingly enough, I was the first runner of this game, but I'm not the only one. I somehow managed to rope somebody else into running this game. Not even like of my own accord. It just happened. A French runner named Thibault G93, I think. I can't ever remember your name. But Thibault actually picked up this game and like crazily optimized it. His run is so incredibly optimized. For instance, my PB is a 704, and his is like a 453 or something. And like this is actually like a super technical game, so it's a very impressive run. I highly recommend that anybody that thinks that this looks cool to watch that run. All right, here's the RNG. Where's the end up? Okay, you know what? I'll just go for it. Uh, there are holes like this where we kind of use the red areas. You know, it's lava. It's just a mini golf. It's a mini golf course with lava. It's freaking lava. What every mini golf course needed. They just send your ball a completely random place. We usually abuse it on that one. It can send it like directly inside to where the hole is. Tibble is also amazing. Has done like a sub 100 shot run of the game. That was a great shot, by the way. I can't believe I actually did that. Whenever you play this game, you just like accidentally do cool shots like that. They're never intentional. Like unless you have actually routed out a bunch of setups, like Tibble has, like you're never planning them. This hole sucks, by the way. I don't know who designed this hole. If I had to play this in a mini golf course in real life, I would quit. It's such a difficult hole to try and do fast. I'm sure we'll find some like consistent setup someday, where you can just like bounce it off a wall like crazy. Okay, I threw it the wrong way, actually. Okay, this hole can be kind of a problem. I'm gonna take a big risk. Okay, I took too big of a risk. Okay, that's where the ball went. I couldn't see it. I know. I guess it's not. Okay, that was bad though. That wasn't like awful luck. I could have bet. I could have managed with that. Good shot on the last one. Here's the last hole, by the way. Time is, of course, after this last hole. There's only 18 holes. Unless you're on some magical golf course that has like 27 or something. Oh, is it set up perfectly? Yeah. Alright, that was Goofy Golf. That was actually, that was okay. 7:33 is not a bad time. I think last time I ran this in a marathon, I got like an 8-minute time. This is a fun game. This is like a legitimately fun game. You wouldn't think so based on the system that it's on. But like, it's actually incredibly fun. Trust me, if this was longer, I would submit it to Mystery Tournament in a heartbeat. But yeah, we're out of No Music Land.